No other betrayal even comes close to the betrayal of a family member. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is the finale of the first volume of DC versus Vampires. It's been a fun run, but if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments. If you don't, I'ma just start a new series of my picking. Now, let's get into it because in this video, something terrible happens. As you know, Batman and his family are on the run. They assemble at the docks of Gotham City. They have a submarine docked. They're about to escape, but they know, or should I say he knows, they're not going to live past tonight, or at least he's sure they will come for him tonight. Bruce is too big a threat to just let escape. At that exact moment, we see Nightwing joining his family, his brothers, but he was looking for Barbara. Unbeknown to him, Barbara was investigating something, while his brothers were trying to bar the doors. Nobody is allowed to enter. Damien realized that this was stupid. Wonder Woman could just rip the roof off. But suddenly, they heard a knock. You see, these vampires thought they were so little of a threat. They came in through the front door. Apparently, they wanted to talk. They wanted to clarify something. See, we used to be friends, right? I don't want to have to kill you. Just come to our side. This could be fun. Trust me, being a vampire is not that bad. And with the single word, Bruce went into war mode. He simply said, no. And with that, surrounded by his sons, they went into battle. But this time it was going to be different. They wouldn't underestimate him again. Green Arrow contained all the members of the Bat family, while Wonder Woman used her lasso on Bruce. She asked him straight up, do you want his vampire abilities? Have you ever thought about having them? And he said yes. And she laughed. Of course you do. I knew it. But Bruce's gift was never his strength. It was his intellect, because this was a trap. With the click of a button from Jason, the lights came on, and they were UV lights. Wonder Woman started to burn. She called to Green Lantern to help, but he was busy. And Bruce took the opportunity to wrap her around with her own lasso, binding her to this spot. She was screaming in pain. But like I said, Green Lantern was busy. She was going feral. Release me now. Bruce, Cassandra, Tim had to hold her down so she would never escape. But they must have forgotten who the Green Lantern was, because with the flick of his wrist, he bound Bruce and the rest. Bruce, however, still had a card up his sleeve, because he had to remind him, it's not only the people in masks that will stand up to you. Homie must have forgotten who Alfred was, because with an axe, he took his arm off. Clean. Separated from his ring, he was no longer a threat. Neither was Wonder Woman. She was still burning. The lights were on and they were bright. Realizing that this was probably the last time they could have this conversation, Green Arrow decided to talk to his best friend, because it was him, Barry, and Hal. They were the closest. He wanted to see if his friend was still in there, but Hal just started to scream, you fool. Bruce, you gave us Superman. Your foolishness allowed us to have a Kryptonian. This war is more than one. As soon as my king gives this signal, you die. You and your family dies. Green Arrow didn't give a shit though. He just wanted to know the truth. How? Are you in there? And Hal replied, yes, I am. I still have all our memories. I still feel for you. But this was not what he wanted to hear. He wanted to hear that his friend was possessed. Hearing that his friend was truly this monster solidified his fate. With an arrow, he plunged it deep into his chest and said, this is for Barry and for you, my brother. Watching this happen, Wonder Woman screamed and Batman was shocked. Calling to Green Lantern, how could you? We had plans. But Green Lantern told him to shut up. Talk to me when you've had to put down one of your friends. Then we'll have a conversation. For now, get the hell out of my way. And Bruce understood. But things were about to go left, because at that moment, Barbara called and informed Bruce that, yeah, the Joker was dead. Someone was trying to frame the Joker as the king, but he wasn't. The king was someone in that room, one of his boys, one of his family. When he was done with the call, they asked him straight up, what happened? What did she say? And he lied to keep everybody calm. He said, nah, she's coming through. But from the corner, Nightwing said, no need to lie, father, because it is done. With the force of a freaking Superman, He plunges his hand in his father's chest, grabbing and pulling out Bruce's heart. When he was done, he tasted the blood because it was really done. He had turned. Nightwing was the king of all vampires. The members of the Bat family tried to attack, but this was Nightwing. He was better than all of them. He was always better. And now he was faster, stronger. He was a vampire king. Damien couldn't move. His father was dead. And Alfred couldn't move. His son was dead. And because they were frozen and pressed, Dick went crazy. He was dismantling every member of the Bat family, breaking bone, mocking them, telling them, "You would never reach my level. Pathetic." Green Arrow came through though and took the headshot, but he was a vampire now. He just snatched the arrows out of the air. Distracted by the arrows, Tim decided to take him down. "Dick, this isn't you." But this was Dick now because he smashed his head in, beat him to a bloody pulp, and let him know, "Do you know what we did to your team? Your Teen Titans team. We took all of them. And Starfire's blood, your precious Starfire. Her blood allowed me walk in the sunlight. It allowed me touch the cross. She was useful. You, however, are not." His last moments was being stuck under the boot of his elder brother as he crushed his skull. Everyone else was trying to escape. The submarine was here, but Damien was not running. "You will die for that." Nightwing just smiled. "You could have been the best of us, but you are just too angry. Come here." And he bit his throat. Damien was dying, and Jason couldn't just let that happen. He took Cassandra to the sub and decided to face Nightwing. He decided to face his brother. Now, you would expect Jason to lose, especially because Nightwing was the best of the best, and he was the vampire king, but Jason was holding his own. I mean, he was landing hit after hit, shocking to almost everybody here. It was kind of like Nightwing wanted to let him win. He wanted to be defeated. But nah, this ain't no Disney Channel, because at that moment, Wonder Woman got free, and she buried her fangs into his neck. It was done. Nightwing was playing the fool, so Wonder Woman could feed on him. Nightwing offered to turn him, but Jason said no. But he said, "This is not your choice. Wonder Woman, turn him now." And she did. He was turning, and Nightwing let him know, "Don't worry, when this is all over, you would follow my orders without consent." So Jason made a choice, screaming, "Do it now, Archer." And from a distance, the arrow plunged through his heart. He was done, and they had escaped. Nightwing let them go, though, because he had won. They owned the city. Superman was burning the White House. Firestorm was burning the forest. There was no hope. He was blocking out the sun with all the smoke he could articulate. This was going to become an ice age. This was the end of the world.